I am so freaking excited because I am here with a new reading challenge. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Trishita Reads. I am Trishita and in this video I am here again with a reading challenge. I am so freaking excited you guys. After December in 2025, this is my first ever reading challenge and I decided that I will let random number generator decide how many chapters I will read every single day for an entire week. Random number generator challenges are always so fun to watch and I love doing these challenges because every single thing is unpredictable. And I absolutely love that. I know that sometimes it might become a little overwhelming, but in most of the days, most case scenarios, I know that I don't have to read one single book in one day. So that's an amazing thing. And today I am here to finish my TBR. At least I'm hoping to do so. In the year 2025, I am choosing my TBR a little differently. So if you have not watched that video, I will link that video here. I hope that you guys have fun watching that video. I have a very small update. I have finished reading It by Stephen King. And because of that, I am running a little late. I have this stack of books that I have to finish in the month of January to finish my physical TBR reading goal. And then I thought that, okay, I can do this by doing a reading challenge. That will make the reading experience a little fun for me and you as well. So for this 1 week, I am letting random number generator decide how much I will be reading every single day. I have done a previous challenge letting number generator decide how many pages I read, and hence I decided to do this on the basis of chapters. My tripod just fell. I'm so happy that my phone is still alive. Hi, welcome to the first day of the reading challenge, the first day of the reading vlog. And today I have decided that I will start reading none other than The Striker by Ana Huang. I have been very excited to read this book since it has arrived and since I have a newfound liking thing for sports romances. Hence, I am also very excited for that as well. So let me see how many chapters this book has and then we will let the random number generator decide how many chapters I'm going to read today. I just wish to not see any spoilers even accidentally. Chapter 55 and along with epilogue 56 chapters. The wheel is ready. So let's see what's in my fate. I'm just hoping to not read this book in one single day. That's all. Okay. 28 chapters is, I think, doable, but let's see how many pages I have to read today. 279 pages to be very exact, which is almost halfway through this book. A lot to commit. I don't know whether I can do this, guys, to be very honest. After finishing 31 books in 31 days, I do not have the strength in me to read so much in one single day. I don't know what is happening. It took me almost 16 days to finish It by Stephen King. My reading speed has been affected a lot after that monstrous of a challenge that I did in December. I cannot guarantee that I will be finishing my goal for today. I do have a lot of activities to do for today, a few house chores, so I can listen to the audiobook and do those things as well. We'll see about it, but for now I will have my tea and I'll read my book for at least an hour. Wait, I can now show you what time it is because I got a clock. Let me bring that to you guys. It is currently 9:17 a.m. I wanted to get this clock because I wanted to be a little more transparent in my vlogs because I did feel like, why will someone believe me if I say that, hi guys, it is currently 8 p.m. I am very excited to incorporate this element in my vlog. Without any further ado, let's begin with this challenge and let's begin with this video. here is a small update. It is currently 10:20 a.m. and I finished my tea. I have made my bed and now I have to work on this thing. Even the chair I am sitting on has books and I am just, somehow sitting to record this video. I am currently at page number 64. I will start chapter 8. I do have a little bit idea what is going on. So let me tell you a little bit about this book without giving you any spoilers. So this book's main male character is Asher and the main female character is Scarlett. Asher Donovan is a star footballer and he is considered to be a living legend. He joins a new club and from there his life becomes a little bit troublesome because his biggest rival Vincent is the captain of that team. And since Asher is a new member of the team and all of the players have known each other beforehand, they have a strong connection with themselves and Asher is kind of a third wheel in the situation. So the connection that they have leads to a better coordination. However, Asher is not feeling the same. The team is not having that coordination with Asher and the same thing is happening with Vincent as well because Vincent considers Asher to be his biggest competitor and he absolutely tries to do every single thing that can make Asher's journey as a footballer difficult. This results them to lose the Premier League and obviously the coach is very angry on them. The coach comes up with a solution and that is Asher and Vincent have to train during the summer break together. And who's gonna train them? Vincent's sister. And there enters Scarlett. Scarlett is a ballerina and now she teaches in a prestigious academy. She is not very excited to coach these two people together because she already knows the fights that they have, the rivalry that they have. However, she cannot go against the orders of her boss, so she decides to do it. And for the very first time when she meets Asher, she realizes that okay, this guy is charming, this guy is flirtatious in a good way. And for the very first time when Asher meets her, he sees that she is a very graceful woman. Dancers do have a very graceful way of movement even in their regular day of life, and he kind of gets attracted to that. Plus also she is the first woman who has rejected him because she doesn't want to have any flings even with any footballer. So that's how they met and from then the coaching starts. Vincent is quite aware that Asher is flirting with his sister and he is not happy at all. Okay, he even wants Asher to keep his hands off her, which is a classic brother move. Everything was going fine till the point Vincent's father encounters an accident and Vincent has to suddenly leave the course in the middle of it. And Scarlett thinks that okay, this session was just for Vincent and Asher to bond together. So if Vincent is not there, then Asher will not be coming as well. The course might be dropped. However, the coach decides to continue with the coaching session, which will be now a one-on-one session with Asher and Scarlett so that Asher can work on his flexibility. That's the situation, guys. There is forced proximity. There is not enemies to lovers but not friends to lovers as well. So it's kind of a weird situation going on between them where both of them are flirtatious with each other, but they know that they cannot move forward with whatever is going on between them because Scarlett also has her past baggages, as well as Asher, who is willing to only focus on his career. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen next. I will be listening to the audiobook when I will be cleaning all of this mess, which I will show you in a while. It will take me some time, so I think I will be able to progress a lot more via audiobooks today. Let's get on with this and let's start with cleaning. I cleaned all of these places literally last week. I don't know how, why, from where I collect all of these garbage every single week. Let's start with cleaning and let's listen to the audiobook. Cleaning my room took the whole morning. It is currently 1 p.m. I am finally done with my room cleaning. It finally looks a little bit presentable and I have also done a significant progress in my reading as well. Since the morning I was listening to the audiobook only. I am currently at page number 248 and I am in the middle of chapter 25. Here we go. chapter 25, and I'm here. And I am kind of happy that not only I was being productive, but also I finished a significant portion of my reading while I was doing all of the chores. And I am now very confident that I will be finishing my portion for the reading challenge for today quite smoothly. Now, coming to how I am feeling about this book, to be very honest, till now I am really liking the book. However, I am not liking Asher's audiobook narrator. The narrator is trying very hard to make Asher's voice deeper and very serious. However, I'm liking Scarlett and Asher's character. There was tension in the beginning of the book, and in the middle of the book they came closer, but I am very scared because a lot of this book is left, so a lot of conflict and drama is going to happen. I'm very excited to see that. And there is Vincent on the other side. He doesn't know what is happening between these two people. When he gets to know this, I'm very excited to see how he reacts, how he blows up. That will be a very exciting thing, but I don't think that till chapter 28 it is going to happen. But anything and everything can happen. Let's just hope that I get to feel the same good emotions when I am reading the second half of the book. I'll see you guys after I finish chapter 28. Now I have to go and have lunch. Otherwise, my mom will just come and she's waiting for me. So I'll see you guys later on. Till then, bye. So basically, I was reading a portion where these two people go on a date in an Indian restaurant, and just casually, the main female character dips her naan in chutney. Who dips their naan in chutney? Bro, I understand that, okay, foreigners do not experiment that much with respect to Indian food, hence they might have a limited menu. But who dips their naan in chutney? Shivers of disgust just ran through my body thinking of that combination. This kind of shows that research has not been done that well, or I don't know, do foreigners do that in actuality, in reality? Do foreigners really dip their naan in chutney? We have so many curries that taste so good, then why will someone dip their naan in chutney? A small loophole you can say that I found in this book, and I thought of sharing with you guys. I am currently at chapter 26. Let's just finish my goal for today and then I'll give you guys the update. Hi guys, it is currently 10:13 p.m. and I am here to give you my final updates about the book as I do my skincare for the night. So let's get on with it. I knew that Anna Huang's writing is good because I have read her other works as well. The writing style of this author is really good. If I talk about the characters of this book, then I am hoping to see a lot more character development from these people because characters have not developed that much, and the chemistry that Asher and Scarlett have with each other was kind of an instant thing, which I am not a big fan of because these two people are forming their emotions for each other quite rapidly. That kind of makes the characters one-dimensional. However, since I am only halfway through the book, I do think that there should be more drama, and Vincent is still not in the picture because he has left to care for his father, as I've updated, which is not a spoiler, by the way. And the first step that I always do, which is very satisfying both in winters and summers, is applying rose water as toner. Apart from Asher and Scarlett, the other side characters are a little bit one-dimensional. I have not seen Asher and Scarlett interact much with other people. Asher does not have any friends because something happened in his past, and after that he has closeted himself. And on the other side, Scarlett does have a friend whom she considers as her best friend, but I have not seen her interacting with her best friend that much as well. Since it is the beginning of their relationship, situationship, whatever you can say, they are keeping it to themselves, and they are also kind of involved with each other a lot more, which is okay, I guess, because we get to see this in real life as well. Once we get to know a person that we actually like, we tend to spend more time with that person in the beginning. So I do understand where Scarlett is also coming from, but I am also very excited to see her chemistry with her best friend as well. Along with, I also want to see Asher kind of coming out of his closet and make actual connections with people who genuinely care for him. And the next thing that I am going to apply on my face is vitamin C serum. I just apply it on my hands and I apply it on my face. Coming to my main concern in this book, and that is what will be happening at the later stage. I already am predicting that this book will have a conflict that will involve Asher and Scarlet, and they might be on the verge of breaking up, but something will happen and they will change their minds and think that okay, they are perfect for each other. That might happen. Since I have heard a lot about this book saying that Asher is one of the best written book boyfriends by the author, I'm very excited to see how he is at the end of the story, what he does, what has he actually done to make the other people say that he is the best book boyfriend written by Anna Wong. And now I have applied aloe vera gel, and I have only one step left in my skincare, and that is applying Nivea Soft. I love Nivea Soft. It is not that heavy of a moisturizer in winters. So yeah, this is my skincare that I do every single night religiously, even after I have a very hectic day, even after I'm so tired that I cannot keep my eyes open, I still do my skincare. And the last thing I'm gonna apply is my lip balm. And that's it. I'm done. I'm done with my reading for the day. I'm done with my skincare for the day. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sleep. I also have to go to an author's meet tomorrow. He's coming to Kolkata for his book tour. I am very excited to go and meet him, and I know that I won't be able to read as much as I did today. But let's see, let's hope for the best, and let's see how many pages I'm gonna read tomorrow. Till then, stay tuned. See you tomorrow. Bye. Hello guys, welcome to the second day of the vlog. It is currently 9:16 a.m. in the morning. I woke up quite late today because I had sleeping problems yesterday. I don't know what was happening. I was awake till 4:35 a.m. in the morning, even though I was not using my phone, but still there are days when I just don't know why I can't sleep. However, I am now feeling a little fresh because I just woke up. I freshened up and here I am recording the video. So now that I am done with my daily shenanigans, let's see how many chapters I'm going to read today. Even though I have finished till chapter 28 out of 56 chapter of The Striker, I have decided that I won't be reducing the total number of chapters from the random generator wheel so that the fun continues, so that it becomes a little more challenging for me. So if the situation arrives that the number of chapters present in the book is less than the number of chapters provided by the random number generator, then I'll just shift to a new book and finish the chapter criteria that I am provided. Not only that will be fun for you guys to watch, it will be challenging as well as fun for me to do as well. Here we go. 20, okay. 20 is manageable, even though I have a lot of work to do today, but I can guarantee that I will be finishing 20 chapters today. Anyone comes and goes, she is the one who is screaming to her fullest. I am very excited today because I will be reaching towards the end of The Striker, so it will be very difficult for me to even stop at that point, keeping in mind if the book provides good drama and a good climax. So without any further ado, let's start reading this book and see what the second half of this book can provide us today. I am running super late, but let's go and meet the author. Hi guys, it is currently 8:41 p.m. and I returned home a few minutes ago, freshened up a little bit, and I have to start reading because I am currently at page number 346 in the middle of a chapter. Which chapter I'm in the middle of, that also I have forgotten. Okay, I'm in the middle of chapter 35. My goal for today is to finish till chapter 48. I will listen to the audiobook and clean my room a little bit, and then I'll switch to my paperback. Hi guys, it is a little past 10 p.m. and I am feeling very tired. It is becoming very difficult for me to keep my eyes open. I had a lot of fun today. We met an author. We had an amazing author session. Then we went and had some food as well. I feel so happy when I meet other readers, and we have such a beautiful community of book lovers in Kolkata. I feel so lucky and blessed to be a part of that, and I have met some genuinely good connections over there, genuine friendships over there. I am currently at chapter 41, and since I do have 2 hours before midnight, I do think that I will be able to finish the 8 chapters that I have to. So let's just stay and let's just hope that everything goes fine. I finish my goal for the day. So I'm just gonna listen to the audiobook and relax a little bit. I am not in the mood of reading the paperback yet. I still am waiting for the drama. I don't know when it's gonna come. I have only this much left in the book and things are happening. Nothing in this book is boring. It's just that I was craving for the drama yesterday as well, and I still am craving for the drama. Hi guys, this is going to be my last update for today. It is currently 11:30. I hope you guys can see the clock. I am done with my reading goal for today. I have finished reading 48 chapters, and now it is a situation where all of the drama is unfolding. If I was not this tired, I would have read and finished the book because I do not have much left. But since it is becoming a task for me to keep my eyes open, I'm just gonna go and sleep. I absolutely did not expect that I will be finishing my goal for today, but I did, and I'm so freaking proud of myself because of that. For tomorrow, I'm gonna finish The Striker first, and then we will select another book to read, and then we will see how many chapters of that book we read tomorrow. Till then, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to the third day of the vlog, and currently the time is 9:40 a.m. in the morning. I am running a little behind the schedule, but I finished reading The Striker by Anna Wong, and my final rating of this book is 3.5 stars. I was expecting more from this book somehow with respect to the clash between Vincent and Asher, with respect to Asher taking the credibility when it came to the things when he messed up, when the conflict happened. I did understand the reasons behind the conflict, but when it came to them talking it out, how the characters justified their reasoning was something that sounded very foolish to me. It felt cringy, nonsensical, and the author has skillfully dodged all of the conflicts that a reader might anticipate after reading the blurb or after reading the first half of the book. Throughout this chunk of a story, plots were explored beautifully, but those plots were not very necessary when it came to the story progression. I am a little disappointed. I was expecting drama, I did not get any drama. The most anticipatory thing that was in this book was two football rivals clashing, that is Vincent and Asher. And the author has built the tension between the two characters. But when the main scene came where they were in front of each other, things were unfolding and they were confronting each other, it ended in 2 to 3 pages, and I was like, huh, this much build up for what? The mention of football is here, absolutely. Every chapter ends with a graphic of football, every chapter starts with a graphic of football, but the actual football sport or the training session was not shown at all, keeping in mind that this book is pretty thick. So the author could have researched a little bit and then included that part in the book. So that is the reason why I'm a little sad. I was expecting different things from this book. This is not a bad book, just that my expectations were kind of different. If you are looking for character-driven romance novels that has spice in it, so you can definitely read this book. But is it my favorite sports romance? No. I will still select Collide by Bal Kabra. If you are not into sports, then this might be a good choice for you. I liked the writing of this book. I liked the characters of this book. Are they my favorite duo? Absolutely not. Both of them have flaws, and they actually did not talk about the main issues that were going on in their lives when the conclusion part came. Let them figure it out. Who am I to judge? So with that note, this is the first book that I'm finishing in this challenge. Quite a good progress. I finished this book in 2.5 days. But before that, I will select how many chapters I will read for today and the book that I will be reading for today. I think I will be picking up Magnolia Parks next because I have heard a lot of good things about this book. And since the time Rachel Catherine has started saying that she loved reading this book, I cannot even wait to read this book. Now let's count the total number of chapters in this book. We have 68 chapters. This name looks very intimidating. ending. Without any further ado, let's spin and let's just hope that I don't get to read the full book. Here we go. How, in any possible way, will I be able to finish this full book today? But let's try. Let's try, If I finish reading this book, then something revolutionary will happen today. And if I don't, then I will just read the remaining part of the book tomorrow and then pick up a new book. Please bear with me because this is very, very difficult, keeping in mind that today is Monday. So yeah, I have to go to work, I have to finish my work, and it is a very hectic day for me as well. I am going to work now. When I will get a break, I will start reading this book. Till then, stay tuned. Bye. Hi guys, this is the afternoon update and it is close to 2 p.m. The first half of the day is over and I still am not even close to halfway through Magnolia Parks. I am currently at page number 70. Here you go, and I will be starting chapter 9. I've finished only this part of the book. This much of a chunk is left, and I don't even know whether I'll be able to finish even the half of this book by the end of today because after having lunch, I get very sleepy. I do need some time to rejuvenate myself, so I don't know how much I'll be able to read now. I'll try to read as much as I can in the afternoon. In the evening, I'll go out. So during that time, also, I won't be able to read. I don't know what I'm going to do today. This was truly very unexpected. Why did the random number generator hate me today? However, I am in a position where I can tell you guys about the story of this book without any spoilers. So, let's discuss the plot of this book. The two main characters of this book are Magnolia Parks and BJ Ballantyne, and both of them belong from very wealthy families. Magnolia's family is more influential than him, keeping in mind that her father is a very famous producer and her mother is a designer. She designs bags and perfumes. She is very, very influential and she is considered the most famous London socialite. And on the other hand, there's BJ Ballantyne, who is a model come influencer, plus his family is also rich, and because of that, their circle has always been the same. BJ is the most photographed bachelor in London, who is considered to be a bad boy who breaks hearts. However, for Magnolia, he always has a soft corner. Why? Because she is the first person he fell in love with when he was a teenager, and vice versa for Magnolia as well. Magnolia fell for him first when she was 13 years old, and BJ started reciprocating his feelings for her since he was 15 years old, and since then they have been in a very beautiful relationship where both of their parents were very happy about their children getting together. And fast forward to the present timeline, 2 years before this present timeline, something happened between Magnolia and BJ that has shattered not only their relationship but them as people as well. Both of them are fucked up emotionally. That's what I feel after reading the first 70 pages of this book, because our course of action would have been definitely different if we were in their places. BJ has done something in the past that has shattered their relationship, but neither I nor these two characters know why they end up being together. Since they have been friends, their circle was the same. So on one hand, they consider to be best friends. On the other hand, if any of these two people start dating someone new or become physical with someone else, then the other person gets affected, because at the end of the day, they know that they love each other. So it's a very complex scenario where both of them know that they are not good for each other, but they still somehow find ways to be with each other. So the main question now is, will both of these people forget about their past baggages and listen to their heart and give themselves a second chance and live a good life, a happy life, or will they not do these things and do something completely opposite? Now, coming to my thoughts as of now, first of all, the book started very abruptly and it felt like I was being teleported into the world and I was just dropped there. And hence, when I started reading it, it was difficult for me to get into know all of the characters who were coming, the dynamics between all of the characters, what was happening. But as I'm slowly and gradually reading the book, I am now understanding a little bit what is happening. So it has become easier for me to read. I am now enjoying the book. And the one thing that I have loved amongst all of the 70 pages that I have read is one particular quote, and that is, you can love something that gives you pain, which is so true. For example, food. We love to eat junk food, we love to eat carbs, we love to desserts. But if we consume those things in a bigger amount, that might give us pain. And apart from that, I'm still getting to know all of the characters. None of the characters are likable, to be very honest. Keeping in mind that they are socialites, they act like brats. They are very self-centered and very self-involved, and that is quite evident. I get it, since they are already in a pedestal of life where things have been provided to them. They have an easy access in life with respect to people like us. So I get where they are coming from. They are not black or they are not white, which I am liking. I love reading about characters who do sound realistic. Our real life is not flowery, right? Not everything is black and white. Majority of our life is gray. I'll update you guys in the evening about my progress. Till then, stay tuned. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the third day of the vlog, and I feel so bad yesterday. I didn't even finish half of Magnolia Parks yesterday. I'm currently at page number 172. I will be starting chapter 25. I didn't force myself to read this book because I wanted to enjoy every single page of it, which I am doing. I failed miserably yesterday, but now let's see how many chapters I will be reading today. I am just wishing that the random number generator is not as bad as it was yesterday to me. And here we go. "44 chapters. I just did all of the calculations, and you know what chapter number I have to finish my goal of reading 44 chapters for today? I have to read till chapter 68 of this book. That is, I have to finish this book by today, guys. I don't want to fail today continuously for 2 days. Let's just dive into this book and let's just pray to God that I get all of the time to finish it. Let's start reading. Welcome to a very small update. It is currently 11:03 a.m. and I just made myself a cup of good coffee. I have not read much, but I'm currently at page number 240. I will be starting this chapter number 37, and I have to finish this section, which is doable. Let's not disappoint us today. I just read a very beautiful line. It always feels good to read a book when the writing style is so effortlessly good. The line is, "He is the moon and I am the tides." Hi guys, it is currently 10:30 p.m. and I just finished my dinner and I finished reading Magnolia Parks as well. So let's talk about this book. I am rating this book 1.5 stars, and here's the reason why. I just cannot justify that a book is good just on the basis of the writing style of an author, and the same exact thing happened here. The writing style of this author was absolutely amazing, phenomenal. There were so many quotes that I liked from this book. One I also shared with you guys as well in this video. But what the F was wrong with these characters? From the beginning of this book, I knew that the characters are morally effed up. They are not normal, but the same repetitive things started happening, and at some point, I got so frustrated by the two main characters. These people are the ones who are very toxic in nature and they are not good for each other. They do realize that they are not good for each other, but they still end up together. Even if they want to move on in life, they can't, because they know that nobody can match their toxicity apart from these two people for each other. And that exact same thing happened in this book. I was so freaking frustrated when I was reading this book because plot was, one, very repetitive, and secondly, when I felt that okay, this is the point from where the plot might turn and I end up liking this book, but each and every single time the characters fucked up and I was like, why do you want the readers to go through this? When I finished reading this book, I was so freaking disappointed. I was so disgusted, to be very honest, reading about rich brats acting like rich brats and thinking that okay, this is normal. How will anyone justify their behavior? I don't know. I really wanted to like this book, but the things that happened in this book was not okay, and I am not okay with that. I will not normalize the things, the toxicity that these characters were portraying in this book just because they were rich. Nothing in this book can be relatable to anyone who is a middle class or a lower middle class or even a higher middle class as well. Just imagine this thing: you have a friend circle and you guys have been friends since childhood, gone to the same school. So if you see your friends who are so close to you go on a wrong direction, will you support them? Will you? I won't justify saying that okay, it is their life and they can do whatever they want. If I really care about them, I will make sure that they are going in a right direction. I will make sure that I am a good friend to them, and I show them the mirror of reality and tell them that okay, whatever you are doing is toxic to not only you but your partner as well. I don't know on what drugs these characters were, and I simply could not relate to any of these characters, nor I formed any kind of attachment with any of these characters throughout this whole book. And the main female character was so freaking irritating, along with the main male character as well. Not only there was glorification of cheating and then again accepting the partners irrespective of both of them cheating on each other, and there were also people in the book who were justifying that okay, even if this person has cheated on you, or even if this person is no longer with you, but still you do have feelings for that person, right? So continue having feelings for that person. Do not move on in life. What the hell is wrong? No, absolutely not. So sorry, but no, this book was absolutely not for me. Just because of the writing style of this author, I have given 1.5 stars. It's good that I finished this book by today. It's good that I finished my reading goal for today. I don't have to see this book's face tomorrow, and that is the only positive outlook that I am going to take from today. My head is so messed up after reading this book that I really want to, just watch a few stand-up comedies to distract my mind to a completely different topic. I don't want to see any book right now because it will make me think of Magnolia Parks again. I did not even imagine that I will be hating this book so freaking much. Now I'm thinking that 2 days of my life were wasted on this book. That's all for the update for today. From today only, Kolkata Literary Meet has started and I will be attending the meet from tomorrow onwards. So I'm very excited to not only meet so many new authors but also attend the sessions as well. I am very excited to meet my bookish friends again because they will also be coming. I have something positive to look forward to tomorrow, so I might be selecting a book that is thin. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Till then, stay tuned. Bye. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the second last day, that is the 5th day of the reading vlog. And today I have decided to start reading Mixed Signals by B.K. Morrison because I do feel that within 2 days I will be able to finish this book. So let's see how many number of chapters are there in this book, and let the random number generator decide how many chapters I will be reading today. In total, there are 26 chapters. Then there is the epilogue and also a bonus chapter. So I will consider 28 chapters for this book. Let's see what my fate is for today. The wheel is ready. Let's spin. I am very happy. Thank you. The last 2 days have been very stressful because the random number generator decided to be a little bit playful with me. I am very happy that I got only 10 chapters. Let's see how many pages I have to read for today. Okay, I have to read till page number 120 till chapter 11, which I can do now only. It will be really helpful for me because I am going to Kolkata Literary Meet from today onwards. I don't know how much I will be able to read in the evenings or at night because I will be coming home super tired. So today absolutely works for me. It is currently 9:31 a.m. in the morning. I have till 12 a.m. in the morning to finish my reading goal for today. I think I can do it. So without any further ado, let's start reading. Hi guys, welcome to the last day of the reading vlog. It is currently 9:12 a.m. in the morning. I came home very late yesterday at around 9 p.m., which I generally don't do, and hence I was very tired. I had a lot of fun. I am super happy that I was able to finish the first 10 chapters of Mixed Signals by B.K. Morrison. I am currently at page number 120. I will be starting from chapter 11. So sorry I could not update you guys yesterday, but let me tell you a little bit about this book. So this is a small town bakery romance where the girl runs a small bakery business. Her name is Lila, and she runs this bakery along with her best friend and her best friend's partner. The bakery and the setting of this book is set in a very small town called Inglewild, just like any small town does, because the people are less and the citizens of the town are well connected. They know the faces of each other, and the same thing happens with this book as well. Lila was not born in Inglewild. She just shifted with her best friend here to open the bakery after she graduated from her college. So she knows who is who in this town, but she has only one rule with respect to her dating, and that is she does not want to date anyone from this town, because if anything goes south, then she has to face a scandal within this small town. She does not want her ex-partner to be moving around in the town, and that might lead to an awkward situation. So she dates people who are not a part of the town, who are, for example, traveling. They have some job in the town, but they don't live here, and because of that, she is not finding a good man she can date. All of these men are so self-obsessed and so creepy in all sorts of ways that she kind of starts losing hope and thinks that she will never ever fall in love with anyone. And there enters Caleb. Caleb is that guy in the town who helps everyone, is very kind to others. Everybody in the town loves him, be it children, be it elders. Basically, he is the perfect guy who not only looks hot, but he also has a very soft and kind heart as well. However, since Layla had this one rule of never dating anyone from the town, she actually never noticed Caleb. But Caleb, on the other hand, had a huge crush on this woman, and every single day, without any fail, he goes to the bakery just to get a butter croissant and coffee. There has been a phase in Caleb's life where every single week he was ordering a full cake just to see her face. Like, it is so cute. Fast forward to Leila, who is in a very bad date with a guy in a bar near the town, and she is basically regretting her life choices. She decides to wrap up the date as fast as she can and go back home, because she definitely cannot see herself involved in any way or the other with this guy. So she goes to the bartender, pays her bills, and when she rotates, she sees a very hot guy with, the dimples and a beautiful body, because for the very first time when you see a person and get attracted to that person, you will obviously see the physical attributes of that person, right? If that person is a stranger, the same exact thing happens. And when this guy slowly starts coming to the bar counter, she realizes that, oh, this is Caleb. When did he become so hot? She starts regretting of not noticing Caleb before this, because this guy not only was amazing as a person, but the guy was so hot. So they start talking, they chit chat a little bit, and then she starts to head out home. But the problem is, she does not have her own car with her, because the date she came to the bar with had given her a ride, and the town and her house is quite far from there. So Caleb offers to drop her off to her house, and during that ride, they realize that they have things in common, they have some chemistry going on between them, and Caleb was also sharing his problems with his love life. Unfortunately, he cannot go past the first date, and if by God's grace he does, no one dates him after the third date. So even though a person is kind, even though he has a very good character, he was also unlucky in love. So Caleb offers a proposal to Leila, who makes very questionable choices with respect to people for dating, can experience what dating a good guy actually is. And on the other hand, Caleb can just date her, like he had a huge crush on her, right? So it was a win-win situation for both of them. However, Leila does not know that she just thinks that he also wants to experience a few dates with a girl, not till the third date only. So both of them decide to have this situation of fake dating each other, and that's where the problem starts. Caleb already had feelings for her, but Leila also starts forming feelings for him. But she also remembers that one rule she decided for herself, to not date anyone from the town. So the question is, will they end up together, or their never-ending bad luck in love will continue in this saga as well? So that is the story of this book, guys, without giving you any spoilers. The plot of the book is is very simple, and both of us can actually predict what is going to happen at the end. But it is really nice and it is really sweet. The gestures that Caleb is doing for Layla and vice versa, both of them are so cute, and I'm loving this book so far. Let's see how many chapters I'm going to read today. I just hope that God does not decide for me to read the whole book. Here is the random numbered spinner. Let's go. Ah! Why? I have to finish this whole book today. See, it is doable, okay, because the total number of pages of this book is 312. Wait, let me show you. It's 312, and I am already at page number 120. So, approximately, I have to finish around 200 pages of this book, which is doable in one day. I have read more than that, but since I will be leaving by 11 in the morning, I don't know how much I'll be able to read, guys. I will try to return home early today so that I can finish this book, but I won't blabber anymore because God is not going in my favor. This random number generator has not gone on my favor, and I'm so sad. I'm very cranky now in the morning. Let's just read and let's just get on with this challenge. Let's just do it. Is par nahi to us par, guys. Let's just do it. Hi guys, welcome to the evening update. It is close to 9 p.m. and I don't know how finished reading Mixed Signals by B.K. Morrison, and I am rating this book 3 stars. This book was a cute rom-com. The comedy side or the funny scenes in this book were quite funny. I laughed out hard when the things were happening and the main characters were going through some real weird things, and I really loved those parts. Also, we know that there is some kind of conflict that happens towards the end of the book that leads to the climax of the story. And when the conflict happened in this book, I was like, bro, what? Really? It felt so naive of the main female character to do the things that she did just because she was insecure. So I did find that portion very silly and kind of uncalled for. Hence, my rating of that book reduced. Otherwise, I loved every single bit of this book. Like, wow, it is always so cozy to go to a small town and read about a small town romance. And exactly this book reflects that. I really loved the small town premise of Inglewild. I really loved the characters of the small town who were somehow or the other way involved in their love story. And not only that, I really loved the 2 main characters in this book. Just the conflict was a little silly and I got derailed a little bit, hence my rating has dropped. Otherwise, this book is a solid 4-star read. I really loved reading this book and I'm so glad, I finished so many books from my TBR in this video. I only have 2 books left, and this challenge was definitely very challenging, plus it was also fun as well. I failed to complete my reading goal for one day only among all of the 6 days, so I'm very happy about that, guys, because I have been running to and fro from the venue of the literature fest and then coming back home completely tired. But there were days when I just did not want to pick up a book and finish reading it, but somehow I did it. Somehow I managed to read that book and finish my reading goal for the day, and I'm super happy and I'm so proud of myself for that. So here are all of the 3 books that I finished reading in this challenge. The first book I read was The Striker, which was an okay-ish read for me. The second book I read was Magnolia Parks, which I absolutely hated. And the third book I read was Mixed Signals by B.K. Morrison, and it was also an average read for me. Yes, this week did not go that well with respect to reading. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope you guys had a little bit fun along with me. I hope you guys also smiled when I was smiling in this video because this was so fun. As time is progressing, I am getting more accustomed to a camera and I am getting more expressive in front of a camera, and I am really loving this personality of mine. So yeah, thank you so freaking much for sticking around till the end. I love you so much. I love you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you liked watching this video, please consider subscribing to my channel, liking this video, and share this video with your bookish friends. I'll see you guys in the next video with a new reading challenge. Till then, stay tuned. Bye.